Hello friends, welcome back. It is a great day in South Florida. It is 82 degrees out. It is gray and overcast, and today I'm going to share a story which I really hesitated even discussing. And it's not so much a story, it's really my personal experience. But I'm fairly certain that I am not alone in feeling this way, and I suspect there are many people out there that feel very similarly to me, but probably men in particular are, I would suspect, unlikely to acknowledge it, admit it, or own it. But I've learned if I don't own something, if I don't take accountability for something, and I don't take action around whatever that thing is, then chances are nothing will ever change. But one of the things that I really enjoy about this channel and all of you is that I feel a connection. And I've mentioned that I have other channels on YouTube, and one of the commenters or someone had left a comment asking what that channel is, or what those channels are. I am intentionally not sharing what they are because the way the algorithm works, it would actually penalize me, and it would hurt the performance of all the channels if I shared them. And so I won't share any of those channels, but I will say that it's very easy to find me. The name of this channel is similar enough to where a simple Google search would very likely reveal anything you want to know anywhere else, but I'm not going to directly share what the channel is. I will just say it is almost idiot proof to find if you actually want to find it. But all that being said, let me get back into where I was going with this, because right now I am driving to pick up my kids from school, and I have had them this week, which means that tomorrow when I drop them off at school, I will not be with them for the next week. And that is going to suck. That is going to hurt. And while I've gotten used to, or actually, that's not true. Somebody's having a worse day than me. There's a fire rescue truck with the ambulance, or with the lights going and the siren going, and hopefully there's not going to be another accident, because people don't pay attention to the road. But this is a self-driving truck, so you don't have to worry about me and not paying attention to the road. Anyhow, thankfully the ambulance went through and it's all good, and I hope whoever needs help gets it. But I'm not going to have my kids for the next week, and I said I would get used to it. Well, I'm never getting used to it. It sucks. When we got married and had kids and started a family, I can promise you the last thing I ever thought about was being separated or getting divorced or not being with my kids at any point. I am a very active father, and I've tucked my kids into bed every night. I've done all the things. So there is a massive void when they're not with me. And I can feel completely isolated. I can feel completely alone. I can feel like I don't have a friend in the world when I'm by myself and my kids are with their mother. And I know that's not true. I absolutely definitively know that's not true. But that doesn't mean I don't feel like that sometimes, because I do. And I have learned that I gotta really be careful what I ask for, because I might get it. And I wanted to be separated, and for many good reasons. And I have nothing bad to say about my wife or ex-wife or my children's mother, or whatever the term is. I have nothing but love for her, and I will never say anything negative about her. But I do know that we separated for the right reasons. And the gift of this separation has been incredibly healing in many ways. Our relationship has improved in many ways now that we have agreed that we don't love each other the right way that married people should. It's opened up the space for a different and better relationship. But what I have to watch out for is I can get very stuck in my own space, in my own patterns, in my own routine, and isolate. And when I isolate, the last place that I should be is in my own head. And I can get overwhelmed. I can get anxious. I can get afraid. I can get sad. I can get any number of emotions. But all of those emotions tend to be distorted and not accurate if I'm isolating and circling the toilet mentally because I feel like I'm alone, because I'm never alone. And I am blessed to have incredible friends that are mainly, most of my longtime friends, lifelong friends, almost none of them live locally. They all live in other states, and they're only a phone call or a plane trip away. But everybody's got their own busy lives. I don't want to burden anyone with anything, frankly. So I don't think I'm unique in that I don't want to call somebody up, and even my lifelong friends, I just don't want to burden them with my feelings. But I also know that that's not good. That's not healthy. And my friends, typically, I mean, nobody wants somebody who's continuously bitching and moaning about the same things, but I'm certain that all of my friends would have tremendous empathy and patience and understanding, because many of them have gone through the same things that I'm going through right now. And I was there for them when they went through those things. And yet, my first thought is to not call, is to not share, is to not reach out. And that's a mistake, which is why I'm making this video. So I know I'm not alone. I know there are plenty of people out there who care about me, that want to be my friend, that want to, that love me. But I also know that if I don't do something different, well, then I'm never going to get a different result. So in order for me to build the life I want, and for me to build the relationships that I want, and to build the friendships that I want, I must force myself out of the self-imposed house arrest, and it's not really that, but the isolation that I can be comforted by. But it's not really comfort. And sometimes, in some ways, it can be distraction, right? Like, I am fortunate that I am in a position that I always have work to do. I can throw myself into work. I can throw myself into projects. I can throw myself into anything to distract myself from my feelings. But if I don't allow myself to be vulnerable, and I don't allow myself the opportunity to get out into life in different places than I normally go to, well, then chances are I'm not going to get much different. I'll just be alone with no friends, isolated, or feel like I am. And that's really no way to live. So I'm making this video, I guess, really just as a reminder to myself to get into action and get going, because I know tomorrow when I drop off my kids, I'm going to be by myself with my thoughts in my isolation for the next week, unless I decide to do something different. And that's what I'm going to do. So please don't cry me a river. I'm going to be fine. I do have plenty of things that I can and will do, and I will enjoy the day, and I will have fun, and I will take care of business, and I will connect with my new friends and make some new ones. But I'm hoping to make as many friends as I can on here too. So just know, if nobody's told you today, I love you, and stay tuned for my next video, because that will be coming soon.